Hey everyone, I'm Tim the Suburban Dad, trying to help dads find great bourbon. For those of you just tuning in for the first time today, normally I don't sound like this. It was a long night in Gotham last night. Actually, I was at an event over the past week and I had to do a lot of loud talking, so I really just wore my voice out. I was trying to give it some time to heal, but I got my deadline to get you guys the information you need about new bourbon. So it's a new month, it's May. We got some interesting stuff coming out. So without further ado, let's get to it. This month in May, we got some bottles that I'm going to talk about that just came out at the tail end of April, so I want you to be aware that they're out now, as well as some that are coming out this month for the first time. Let's first talk about Blood Oath Pact 9. So this is the 9th release from Lux Row Distillery for this particular expression, and each bottle has a different finish to it. I've tried two of them. I believe it was Pact 7 and 6 maybe. It was the cognac finish and one of the wine finishes. Both were okay. The wine finished one was not great. The cognac one was pretty decent. So Pact 9 is an Oloroso sherry finish, which, to be quite honest, I am over all the sherry finished bourbons and whiskeys. It has just been repeated over and over again. I kind of really got put off by the Jack Daniel's American Single Malt that was finished in Oloroso sherry because I didn't hardly taste much whiskey. There was all sherry. And that's not exactly what I look for in a whiskey. Anyways, Blood Oath Pact 9 comes in at 98.6 proof, and I couldn't find a solid price point for it for this year. Last year was about $120 retail. I would expect it's going to be pretty close. I don't think they're going to jump the price again that much. So that's out now. It just was released from the distillery a week and a half ago, at the end of April. So be on the lookout in stores near you. We got Maker's BEP. It is now in stores. It's hitting stores. I just saw it was posted that it was in a store about an hour east of me, just on the west side of Illinois. So it should be getting out to you soon. Up until this point, it's just been at the distillery. And that one comes in at 110.7 proof. Retail is still about $65. This is the last wood finishing series. The last of the wood finishing series that's been going on since 2019. It started with RC6. Anyways, this one, BEP, stands for Barrel Entry Proof, which is 110 proof for Maker's Mark. But now it's finally available. Be on the lookout. One of my favorite brands is finally releasing their second edition of their special release. Balcones is doing their Pilgrimage American Single Malt. This is the second time they've done this. They took a break last year. They did their first release in 2021. Pilgrimage is supposed to represent the travels and experiences of going to new places. So this one is the After Peat. It's not a peated single malt, but they distilled it right after they did a batch of fully peated single malt. So it's still going to have a little bit of that smoky essence in there, which is a great way to dip your toes into the peated world if you're not really familiar with it. I do enjoy peated whiskeys, scotches sometimes other whiskeys, but it can be intense, I agree. So this one I think would be a very nice balance of the sweet fruitiness of the single malt with a little bit of the edginess of the peat. Just again, it's the ghost of whiskey past. It's not actually part of the mash bill in this one. This one comes in a little hot, 130 proof. I could not find the price point anywhere. I'm guessing around $70, $80-ish. I don't know if it's going to make it out of Texas or not. I was able to grab the last one because I was down in Texas at that time. I would love for them to be able to get it out nationwide, but I'm not holding my breath. Another staple of the bourbon world coming out in May, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. However, there is a change happening with Logic Craig Barrel Proof. Historically, it's always been 12 years old. They release them 3 times a year, January, May, September. So this one is B523, B, second release, 5 for May 23 of this year. However, they started doing something now, they being Heaven Hill, to where the age statement is not guaranteed 12 plus years. It is now being labeled at whatever the youngest bourbon was that was part of this bottle. A leaked photo of this bottle label shows the age statement being 11 years, 5 months old. Which, okay, 7 months difference age statement, not a huge deal, but it's a slippery slope in my mind. Oh, 7 months here, a year here, 5 years, where does it end eventually? It's not to say that they still don't have 12, 13, 14-year-old bourbon in there, but they have to they're putting the lowest age statement on there, which is under 12 years now. This one comes in at 124.2 proof, which is middle of the road, maybe lower end of middle of the road for proof point for Logic Craig Barrel Proof. I'm still excited for it. I loved A123, so I'm really looking forward to this one as well. Retail is about $65, $70 on that one. Also with the second release of the year, we got Larceny Barrel Proof B523. This one comes in at 124.4 proof, which is a little higher for Larceny. Usually it hovers around that 120 proof mark. This one, the price has been going up on these batches. It retails now for $60. So I have yet to find a Larceny Barrel Proof that I enjoy or a Larceny product that I enjoy, but I don't know. A lot of people seem to love the barrel proof, so I've not given up on it yet. If I see it out, maybe I'll grab it. We'll try it out for you guys. And then last but not least, here in Missouri, we've got a bourbon phenomenon going on. We have Ben Holiday Distillery in Weston, Missouri. They fired up their distillery within the past year or two. And if you want to look at their story, it's pretty cool. So they have a bottled in bond, that is their flagship bourbon. And lately they've released a few variants, including Rickhouse, cask strength or something like that. The one barrel, they're unique. They, instead of single barrel, they decided to call it their one barrel, which is barrel proof as well. Lately they've released a soft red wheat bottled in bond, which I've been one step behind these past few weeks. They're coming out with what they're calling a cave collection, cave series, which when I click the link for their website, it just takes me to a profile about their employee named Kyle. So I really can't give you guys any details about that other than to keep your eyes peeled, especially if you're in the Missouri, St. Louis area. It's kind of our special thing that's going on. Although I did see the flagship bottled in bond up in Wisconsin last weekend. So it is getting out and about, which is cool. But this special collection, I have a feeling, is going to be more towards just in the local area. There you have it, bourbon fans. Trying to keep you up to date as to what's going on in the bourbon world, what to look out for. And if you happen to find any of these cool bottles, let me know. Give me your thoughts. How easy was it to find? Were you able to get it at retail? If not, that's okay. It happens. Until next time, cheers.